Right, I'm now time for the day to be joined by my special guest today. Joining me here live in the studio, I'd like to give a warm welcome to Tony Walters, who's a trustee from the Bowden Charities. A very good afternoon to you, Tony. Thank you for popping in. Well, the Bowden's Charity, most people have heard of the Bowden Charity. Perhaps you could just enlighten us a little bit where you play a part here in the community of Market Harborough.
Okay, thank you. So Market Harborough and the Bowden's Charities, we support local people in our area of benefit. We're committed to helping people in the area. We are active in community organisations, health, education, the arts, heritage, and by helping individuals. So we work on a lot of different areas within the town and its neighbouring villages.
When you say neighbouring villages, do you mean, is there a radius from Market Harborough?
There is. It's specifically Market Harborough and Little Bowden and Great Bowden. Yeah. So it's.
And you mentioned that there's all sorts of little schemes where you can support. How is that managed financially?
So we have an endowment that was gifted to the charity many years ago, and that produces an income every year, and that's what we use to invest in worthy causes around the town.
And obviously with those communities that you've helped, can they actually go back and ask for more support?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we will assess everything on its merits. It needs to fit within our constitution of what we are allowed to do, because there are restrictions on that. But also we will look at everything on its merits. So we haven't got an infinite pool of money, but we have significant funds we can use.
Obviously on the criteria, you can look at the ways that you may be able to contribute, and sometimes you can contribute a percentage, and then they can match fund to help.
Yeah, we do like match funding because it just shows from the other body that they're serious about what they're doing and not just coming to us.
What about things like individuals? Can individuals apply to the Bowden Charities for any support?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's a very important part of the charity is helping people that can otherwise not afford to do certain things. So there is stuff on the website that you can apply. And again, we'll look at that on its merits and see if it fits within our rules and constitution.
And how long the Bowden Charity's been in existence? Because I can remember it 20 years ago, and it's probably a lot longer than that.
Yeah, it dates back centuries. In fact, if you go back very far, but it's particularly from the 1990s and the early 2000s.
So it's a good community, funding operation for the Harborough district. Really, when we say the Harborough district, we're talking about the Bowdens and Market Harborough itself.
Right, yeah.
With the support that you give, is there any criteria that if you help them out financially, do they have to pay the money back?
No, they are grants that we give.
Okay.
We have the provision to do loans, but we rarely do.
No.
It's really grant money.
It's grant money, and you obviously look for the match funding which supports that. If possible, and it depends on the organisation or the individual.
Correct.
Do they have to be a charitable organisation to apply?
Not necessarily. It just needs to fit within the community criteria. So, but obviously local charities are probably the biggest thing we.
Because that's out in the community there is a lot of fundraising. Organising groups that do need some support.
Absolutely.
And is that where you would probably look a little bit more, where it is benefiting to people in the community itself?
Yeah, absolutely. The more people in the community that benefit from it, the better. I mean, take an example. I think last weekend Arts Fresco was on. We're a supporter of that, so we will put some money in it. But we didn't pay for all of it, and we wouldn't
of course.
do that. We donated some money towards that.
And that again is helping towards the community spirit and helping people in the communities to be able to enhance through their local town.
Absolutely, and that's important. It's all about the area of benefit, which is the harbour and the Bowdens and the people that live within it.
Okay, so how do people apply for this? There must be a procedure, to actually go there. Is there a sort of an interview basis, or is there an application, or can they find out more from the website?
So everything is on the website, but at the moment we're looking for trustees to help us with the running and the decision making of it. And there's all of that's on the website.
Okay, so we'll move along now, which is one of the real reasons you're here. We just wanted to get a picture for people out there to try and, be aware of what the Bowden charity is all about. Yeah. Now, trustees, you're a trustee. What's the job role from the trustee?
So the job role is to work with the body of trustees and the other people that work within the charity to look at the applications that come in, but to think wider about what we can do to help the community, as we've just been speaking. So we look at all the applications that come in, and we go and talk to the local charities and the people and see how we can help, and see if we can help in other ways, not just financially by putting them in touch with other organisations.
Yeah. Can it be a sort of individual person, or does it have to be from a professional body of persons or people?
It can be whatever, really, as long as it's providing benefit within the area of benefit. Then that's what we're looking at.
And the reason why you're looking for more trustees, you have to have a minimum number of trustees?
Yeah, we have to have a minimum of 9, I believe, and a maximum of 15. Okay. So, but we look for we want a wide spread of experience and skills, so that we can look at different things in different ways.
And how much time do they have to permit, or requested to?
Yeah, we request. I mean, we have quarterly board meetings, which are in an evening, and we have you're normally serving on a committee or 2 or 3, and they normally meet monthly. So and then obviously there's reading and thinking around it outside. So it does need a bit of commitment, but it's not overly over commitment.
And in regards to obviously most people are to some degree computer literate. Would that involve quite a bit of computer literate work?
Not necessarily. I mean,
more practical skills.
It's more practical skills, and having that the range of skills across the trustee board is really helpful.
So, and what about age groups? Can it vary from quite young professional people?
Yeah, I mean, we because of the nature of it, and because people are giving their time and it's voluntary, people will tend to be on the older scale, and we would love to have trustees from, we can have a trustee from 18. So it would be lovely to have somebody in their 20s or 30s, but they do tend to be older. Apologies, trustees, for saying that.
Well, that's true, and professionalism goes through the scale of age groups, doesn't it, to a degree? So
yeah, sure, and there's experience that you get, and that's helpful. But it's the mix that we need. Okay,
so if somebody wants to apply to be a trustee, can you just enlighten us how they can go about that? And presumably there'll be a vetting through that, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. I mean, it's all the information's on the website, which is mhbcharity.co.uk, and we're looking for people that live ideally in Market Harborough in the Bowdens.
So they know the criteria.
So they know the area. Yeah. Have some knowledge of the area, who share the values, obviously, of the charity, and has experience in particular areas. We're particularly looking for people with experience from 5.
I was going to ask what categories you were sort of looking for, that experienced type of person.
Absolutely. I mean, it would be great if we had somebody from one or more of these, which are higher education, marketing or social media, project management, community facilities management, and working with young people. That's where we've sort of identified where our gaps are within the work that we do. But we look for applicants across a diverse membership.
What would be your recommendations if somebody was going to, apply to be a trustee? I mean, you're a trustee. You're a trustee role. I'm not sure how long you've been a trustee, but obviously you've got that experience. And when you actually joined the Bowdens as a trustee, did you find it quite enlightening to find out what it's really all about? Absolutely. I mean, I've been a trustee for just over 2 years, so I'm a relatively new trustee. But yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect to start. I did know a couple of people that were involved in the charity, which is helpful, but that's not necessary. No. But I went along and had an interview, had a good chat then, got a bit more understanding, could see where my experience over my career had helped me to be able to offer something that the charity perhaps didn't already have. So, and that fitted in well. And the team there are great, and it's it's a great place to do, and it's
because you're helping the community, it's a real opportunity to give back, and that's what I've got from it, is that real sense of doing something worthwhile.
And just briefly, there is charity rules through the Charity Commission, isn't there? Which, like you mentioned earlier, that they have to meet to certain guidelines.
Yeah. So you've got Charity Commission guidelines, and you've also got the charity's own constitution, and we have to be mindful of that all the way through. Okay. But support
Brilliant.
Obviously given on that.
Well, if anybody's out there and they feel they want to take part or play a part as a trustee in the Bowden charity, Tony's explained really what would probably be involved, and if you feel that you could offer your professionalism, that would be a big help to the Bowden charities. And remember, you're not just helping; you are helping the Bowden charities, but you are helping the community as well.
Absolutely.
And that's a key point, isn't it? Yeah. And just finally, because I know you will push for time, and you just wanted to get that message out there today. What would be your final words about being a trustee?
Just to say, if you can do it, and you feel you can work, it's extremely rewarding. It's all working within the community and giving something back, which is very fulfilling. And
I'm going to ask this one final question. Time, how much time does people need to commit as a trustee? That's the thing. You mentioned every quarter.
Quarterly board meetings, and then monthly meetings for committees if you are on committees.
In times of hours per month, roughly, just depending on the job role, of course.
It does depend, and it's what you can give, but you probably need just a few hours a month.
And it's something that some people would enjoy, and meeting up and come into connection with people from the community itself, and that is also a major role, isn't it?
That is, absolutely, and that's what I found from having a career where I worked away a lot. To actually get more involved in the town was been very rewarding.
Tony, thank you so much for coming in, and as he's just said, if you would be interested in being a trustee on the Bowden's charity, just go onto the website there. It's all listed up there, and presumably there's all different sections and things.
Absolutely, it's a good website,
and just have a look at it, and if you feel you can help support the Bowdens, and also more importantly help support our community.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you
for joining us.
When
we say truly